And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jordan Brooks, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold. There's Tremble, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Wilson on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive...
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they get a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, Christian McCaffrey is as tough to bring down as they come at the running back position, and he proved it right there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You ain't going nowhere. 54, Mike, 54, Mike.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 21-0 our score after one.
With the score, Panthers 21, Seahawks nothing.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Carolina. Faking the give. Darnold. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bilal Nichols forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. To try again after the sack. Darnold, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the 1st half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the...
And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
We own them. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Rip left, rip left.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Off of play action, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
58's the money. 58's the money. Watch the screen. Watch the screen up. Yo, ladies.
Darnold now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, He had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right. Now,
and Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Cohen. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 51, come on.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson swings this out here for Cohen. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for Seattle. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bilal Nichols in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. So that one will be accepted. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side. On the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check, 43. Hey. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I'm here all day. 43 is the mic. You can't block me.
Throwing is Wilson. eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold looking for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Next to score Panthers 7, Seahawks 14.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They try again with Cohen. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, a run with Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They go play action with Wilson. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he completes it to Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
43's the mic. 45. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 43's the mic.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of